father's shop? What are we doing here?
Watch and learn. It is the year after you started walking, another Christmas Eve. Your family is growing up. See, there's your older sister Martha, working for your father and Mr. Scrooge, enjoying earning a day's wage.
That's right. She used to work part-time while going to university. And look, Farthingate, father's new apprentice. I'd forgotten about him.
Had you? Did you forget the lesson he taught you as well?
Lesson?
Watch.
Farthingate, have you finished with those sums yet?
Yes, Mr. Crachit. It's right here.
No, these are the wrong ones. I need the figures from October.
Sorry, sir, but
Don't worry, Father. I have them.
Oh. Well done, Martha. Thank you. That is all, Farthingate.
Yes, sir, Mr. Crachit.
Well, that's it then. Time to close down. Uncle Ebenezer wants to get the Christmas party ready. Come along now.
Just a bit more, Father. I almost have the column
Enough,
finished.
Martha. You know how your uncle doesn't like you working overtime on Christmas Eve.
Oh, Mr. Crachit, you wanted me to look over that Winslow account?
Oh, no need to, Farthingate. I already have. Here are the figures, Father.
Oh. Well done, Martha. Well done indeed. Excellent work as always.
I'm sorry, sir, but I thought that was to be my account.
Does it matter now, Farthingate? As long as the work is done.
Very well, sir.
Merry Christmas, all. I brought the sweet potatoes for the party.
Merry Christmas, Mrs. Crachit.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Farthingate. Gracious, still at work.
Just finishing up, love. Come along, everyone. Enough work for one day. And how was the youngest Crachit today?
Fine, Father. Father, when shall I be old enough to come work for Uncle Ebenezer?
All in good time, lad. All in good time.
You're way too young still, Tim.
But Martha was younger than I when she started.
We just don't want to wear you out, Tim, that's all. Besides, business is good now that we have a full staff of apprentices. Perhaps next year. Come along, let's carry these decorations into the storeroom. We'll decorate in there.
No, Tim, don't tire yourself.
Tim, you sit down. Farthingate, would you get that box, please? Thank you.
Farthingate, get that box. Bloody good I do around here. Can get ahead with a boss of skits all over the place. Lucky stiff. Never have to do any work. Wish I had been born with a game leg. Maybe someone would take pity on me.
But I want to work, Mr. Farthingate. Truly.
What for?
I saw a set of toy soldiers in the toy shop today. But Mummy says they're too dear.
For a Crachit? Not likely. Besides, there are other ways of getting what you want without having to work.
There are? How?
I'm telling you, if I had a rich relation like Scrooge, I would take advantage of it.
Take advantage?
Certainly. You, listen to me. Rule one of business, take advantage of your assets. And believe you me, you've got a strong asset with that bum leg of yours. Look here, lad. Everyone knows old Scrooge has all but adopted your family. Send your brothers and sisters to school, make your father a partner, help finance that old big house you all live in. And do you know why?
He loves us?
Love? No, we're talking about a bigger emotion than love, laddie.
What's bigger than love?
Guilt. Now mind me, there are two types of people in this world. Those who feel guilty for something they have done, and those who feel guilty for something they didn't do. Old Scrooge feels guilty because he didn't help you out sooner. Your parents feel guilty because they feel responsible for what happened to you.
But I don't want them to feel guilty.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. Guilt is a powerful motivator. When you see a beggar on the street, you give him a few bob, right? Why? You feel guilty that you have, and he doesn't. When your father has a spat with your mother, he brings her a bunch of daisies. Do you know why? He feels guilty you hurt her feelings. And when you had a wild night at the pub, the next morning you swear off ale. And do you know why? You feel guilty for having such a good time. Luckily, that guilt doesn't last too long. Well, you see, guilt makes you do things you might not normally do. And if you're a smart one, you'd take advantage of all that beautiful guilt flowing around you. Make them help you.
But I don't need any help. I'm fine.
Then why won't your father let you come to work? Or your mother let you run with the other children? And why does old Scrooge always insist you on taking a carriage everywhere? They want to try to make up for all those years they were lame. That way they think you won't hold them responsible for what they did or didn't do.
But I don't hold them responsible.
You know that, and I know that. But old Scrooge and your parents don't. Look, all I'm saying is, why work when you don't have to? Just play upon their sympathies.
Play it up?
Sure. You know, you remind them that you lost all those years, sitting by the fire, watching life go by, maybe moan a little about how your leg hurts and how those years torment you. I bet it would be worth $3.
But my leg doesn't hurt.
You're sure about that? I bet if you thought about it, you could muster up a bit of pain for them. It would make them happy, knowing they're helping you out.
It would?
Certainly. But listen, Mom's word. If I wanted some new toy soldiers, I would make sure I got them. Work, laddie, you must be crazier than your Uncle Ebenezer.
Well, Merry Christmas, Farthingate.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
And Tiny Tim. Here for the Christmas party. You did take a carriage here, lad. Don't want you roaming the streets.
Yes, Uncle Ebenezer. I'm fine.
Of course you are. We just want to make sure you have a very Merry Christmas. Right, Farthingate?
Yes, sir, Mr. Crachit.
Oh,
Why? What is wrong, lad?
nothing, sir. Really, nothing at all. It's just, well, my leg, sir.
Does it bother you, son?
Only a bit.
Oh, dear me.
It's nothing, sir, really. Just a twinge. Really nothing.
Well, I told him he shouldn't have spent so much time standing on it, sir. But, well, he was at a toy store earlier, and you know how much he likes staring at those toy soldiers in the window?
Toy soldiers, you say?
Oh, yes. Many times have I seen him standing there, looking at a display of them, leaning against the wall so his poor leg would not give out.
Oh, why didn't you buy them and get off your feet?
But, sir, I wasn't
He
about...
wasn't about to spend that much money on a toy for himself, sir. Not our Tiny Tim. You know how unselfish he is, and after all those years of pain and suffering, those toys were just very dear. I'm sure he was just as happy to stand his poor bum leg and imagine how it would be to play with them.
Too dear? Nothing is too dear for my favorite nephew. How much?
Oh, you know where Tiny Tim's sir. He thinks you've done more than enough, helping him walk and all. Why, he hardly mentions that constant pain he is in anymore. He couldn't possibly ask you for that. 4 and 6 for those toys, sir?
Nonsense, nephew. What is mine is yours. You shall have it immediately. Farthingate, I want you to take Tim to that toy store and purchase those toy soldiers. There's the money. While you're at it, get him anything else his heart desires. Be sure to take a cab. No, the driver a generous tip to wait for you. I don't want Tim waiting out in the snow. Such a brave, brave boy.
Very well, sir, Mr. Scrooge. Come along, Tim.
Uncle Ebenezer, thank you so much.
Nonsense! After all you've been through, you deserve a little enjoyment. Go! Have fun! And make sure you're back in time for the party. That is, if you feel up to it, lad.
I'll try, sir.
Not to worry, sir. There's a sweet shop in the toy shop. And if Tim gets tired, we'll stop in and replenish ourselves with enough cakes and biscuits. Come along, Tim.
So you see how it started. Toy soldiers and some sweets, and before long you had 'em. How did young Farthingate put it? Eating out of your hand?
Well, it wasn't my fault. Uncle Ebenezer likes spoiling me.
But at what price, Tim? Scrooge believed, rightfully so, it is more blessed to give than to receive. But what about you? What did you ever give him except lies and deception?
The old man loved it. He loved helping the poor little crippled boy out.
You played upon his sympathies, Tim, and that was wrong.
Get away from me. You don't understand anything.
Very well. My time grows short. The next spirit will arrive when the clock strikes 2.